How's it going, folks? In this video, I'm going to show you how to install recoil rider boot grips on the Kimber K6xs and K6S double action only models. To begin with, I'm going to show you how to remove the stock grips. You'll need your Hogue tool that came with these grips. You can see mine's in pretty rough condition. It's fairly common to be shaving off pieces of plastic when you use this tool on the aluminum frame. If that does happen to you, my recommendation is to just trim it off. That'll allow for the easiest removal. All right, so to begin with, I'm going to orient the firearm and the tool such that I'm putting the two prongs of the tool in between the gap that forms between the stock grip and the aluminum frame, or the steel frame if you have the K6S DAO. And what I want to do is I want to wiggle this tool towards the trigger guard because that's where the pins are. So I'm just going to wiggle that forward, try and get that as far forward as I can, far forward as the grip allows, and then you can try and press that in as much as you can. You might need to press that against a table. And what you're doing here, you can see how I'm increasing that gap. So that's going to release the pins. And from then we can just slide the grip off. Sliding the grip off for you is probably going to take a little bit more patience than for me, because there are these plastic caps that go over the steel pin. And I've already removed mine, but those plastic caps are what interface in a grip. So you might need to wiggle yours off a bit more. One thing you might notice is that on the Kimbers, this indexing pin is not always even. It sticks out on one side more than the other. This is very normal. Don't sweat it. All of my Kimbers are like that, and it will not affect the fit for the recoil rider grips. All right. Now, before I install the recoil rider grips, I just want to show you the two different sizes. Here I have in my left hand the large size, and in my right hand I have the standard size. They're both boot grips, they're the same length. The differences between them are the large size has an extended back strap compared to the standard. It's a little too subtle to show up in this video, but you feel it when you hold it. So the large size has a bit longer trigger reach. And then the other thing is the large size is wider. I do recommend that you consult the size chart that I have on the bottom of the product page to determine which size you want. Both are going to conceal in the pocket or appendix equally well, but they'll fit your hand a bit different. I'm going to go ahead and install the standard size on my Kimber. So what I'm going to do first is line up the pins with this cavity here. And now I'm just going to slowly wiggle the grip on, just being gentle. And once you get to here, you're going to feel resistance. Right now the frame is about to engage the locking mechanism, so we have to overcome that force. So we're just going to keep wiggling, and then you'll feel it kind of snap or set into place, overcoming that locking mechanism. And at this point, you'll notice just through the gentle wiggling, we're not quite there yet. What we want is the aluminum frame or the steel frame, the frame to be flush with the bottom of the boot grip. So at this point, the last 5%, we're just going to push the frame and the grip into a table, and I'm just going to rock it back and forth a bit. And just gently push it on until it's flush. And that is what we're looking for. The bottom should be perfectly flush with the grip. All right, you've just successfully installed the Recoil Rider boot grips in your Kimber K6xs or K6S double action only. And I'm going to really quickly show you how to uninstall the grips if you ever need to remove them for whatever reason. I like to wrap the grip in a cloth like this. Just gives a bit of a bit more of a softer purchase on the grip, and I'm just going to wiggle them off. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it without the cloth so you can see what I'm doing, but I recommend you guys use the cloth. All right, here's how I'm going to grab the firearm. If you find yourself gripping so hard that you're actually applying pressure to the cylinder, go ahead and pop it out. We don't want to apply lateral pressure on the cylinder. So you can just grab the frame like this, and we're going to grab the grip above the back strap and below the trigger guard, and we're just going to slowly rock it and wiggle it, and you're going to feel it kind of snap. You're going to overcome force to overcome the locking mechanism, and it's just going to pop. And then from here, we can just gently wiggle it off. All right. And that is how you remove the grips. I want to keep these on, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat that procedure to install them. All right. All right, you just successfully installed Recoil Rider grips in your Kimber K6. I hope the grips treat you well. Thanks for watching.